Derek Brunson looking to make UFC history and get the most ever wins in the UFC middleweight division. He posted this earlier today on Twitter. Michael Bisping has 16 wins. I have 14 wins. New goal. Most wins in the history of the UFC middleweight division. Now, this is some interesting news. As we know, Derek Brunson has been a very good fighter in the middleweight division, beating a lot of the younger up-and-comers, then losing right when he's about to get a title shot, like Israel, like his fight with Jared Cannonier, which would have got him a shot against Israel Adesanya. Doesn't really look like he's going to get any title shots soon, so he's changing his mind, it's changing his tune a little bit, and I'm assuming 3 more wins, get 17 wins in the middleweight division, and he's probably going to retire from the UFC as a whole. But what do you guys think? Will Derek Brunson get 17 or maybe even more wins than Michael Bisping right there? Put your thoughts down below. Who do you think those wins will be against? Tony Kelley speaks out after UFC Austin TKO loss, says F you haters, right here on his Instagram. At the end of the day, it's still blank you haters. Who's next at UFC? Hashtag prime time. A lot of context for what happened last night, but blank, it is what it is. You simple mother blankers couldn't begin to understand. Check my upcoming interviews to get the full scoop. So that's really all the things that Tony Kelley has to say after getting knocked out by Adrian Yanez in the first round. I still think Tony Kelley's a very solid fighter, but doesn't seem like he's taking the loss pretty well right here. Just saying F you to all of the UFC fans. So what do you guys think? Do you think Tony Kelley deserves the hate that he's getting? And who do you think Tony Kelley fights next after getting knocked out very badly in his last fight? Put your thoughts down below. Michael Page explains why Mike Perry needs to hashtag, I'm just kidding, quote unquote, be careful in London. Right here, he has a little message right here. The fight nobody knew they wanted so bad at Bare Knuckle FC is going to happen inside of London on August 20th. MVP versus Platinum Mike Perry. Will they fight BKFC in 2022? We had Julian Lane talking about Mike Perry. We had all of the trash talk with them. Let me bang, bro. Let me bang, bro. We had all of that happening. But now we got Michael Page talking about in England. If you come in England and you talk trash against Michael Venom Page, some people might come after Mike Perry in England. But we shall see. It's gonna be a good fight either way. I mean, it is Michael Page, Mike Perry. I never would have thought in a million years this fight would be announced, but it has, and it's gonna be a good one. I got Michael Page winning this fight. Probably by a late finish or something like that. Maybe a decision. I don't really know. But it'll be a good fight. It'll be very, very entertaining. But put your thoughts down below. Do you think Mike Perry will put on such trash talk against Michael Venom Page that he'll actually be in danger in London? We shall see. Put your thoughts down below. Sean O'Malley responds to Adrian Yanez's UFC Austin call-out. We saw Adrian Yanez get a very good TKO win last time against Tony Kelley, get a decision win on Davey Grant, and then knock out plenty of other guys inside of the UFC octagon. He's just a knockout machine. So is Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley, I don't even remember the last time this man has gone to a decision. So we have 2 of the best boxers in the UFC Bantamweight division. Yeah, you got Petr Yan, you got guys like Rob Font and things like that. But this is the 2 best boxers up and coming in the UFC Bantamweight division. And yes, we do know O'Malley is set to fight Pedro Munoz at UFC 276, which is a fight that I think he will win. But O'Malley first expresses the interest in a potential fight with Yanez after his win over Davey Grant. He did a sort of a call-out type of thing. That's a fight that will definitely happen in the future. That is a sick effing fight. So it is looking like eventually, Sean O'Malley will take the fight. If he's going to take it right now, probably not, is what Sean O'Malley is saying, because, I mean, Adrian Yanez is unranked at the moment. He's saying in the future, once Adrian Yanez builds his name a little bit, climbs the rankings in the UFC Bantamweight division, eventually they will do this fight. And I think it'd be an absolute banger. Probably be a main event of a UFC fight night. Maybe be on a main card pay-per-view, whatever the case may be. But Who do you guys think would win, O'Malley or Adrian Yanez? Deiveson Figueiredo gives a timeline for moving to the UFC Bantamweight division. If you don't know, now you know. Figueiredo wants to move to the Bantamweight division. That is why we're having the interim title shot with Kai Kara France, as well as the other former champion right there in Brandon Moreno. A guy Figueiredo is drawn with. He's got a win over and he's got a loss against as well. That is the main reason they are doing an interim belt for that one, is because Figueiredo would like to move to the Bantamweight division. And right here, I'm not too sure what all that is saying, but He does want to ditch the flyweight division. He said in a recent interview, "I can't make it to the age of 35 years old, cutting weight at flyweight. It won't give any more," said Figueiredo. "I plan on making 2 or 3 more belt defenses in a year and then moving up to bantamweight. For what I represent, I think I deserve to get there fighting for the belt. When he arrives, Figueiredo will have the sights set for gold and fight the Funk Master, Aljamain Sterling." So that is what he has his eyes set on. Is a potential super fight, maybe, if the UFC allows him to keep his flyweight golds and possibly move up to the bantamweight division and fight Aljamain Sterling. I think Aljamain would absolutely destroy Figueiredo if they were to ever fight. I don't think it'd be a good move by any means. But what do you guys think? Do you think Figueiredo would beat Aljamain Sterling and become a double champion in the UFC flyweight and bantamweight division? Put your thoughts down below. That is it for today's MMA news. We have Derek Brunson saying he wants to make history and break Michael Bisping's record for most ever wins in the UFC middleweight division. We got Tony Kelley's response after getting knocked out by Adrian Yanez, says F the haters. We got Michael Venom Page versus Mike Perry in London, possibly saying that Mike Perry might get hit in London by some random people walking on the streets. We got O'Malley versus Adrian Yanez as a potential fight. I do like it indeed. And of course, we have Deiveson Figueiredo making his move to the bantamweight division in maybe a year, probably most likely in 2023. But what do you guys think about this news? A lot of big news today. I mean, we have a champion telling everyone he wants to move to the bantamweight division. We have 2 really big rising stars at bantamweight talking about fighting each other in the future, and we got Brunson looking to make UFC history. What are your thoughts on today's MMA news? Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications down below as well. With all that being said, we'll see you in the next video.